It's coming across, but it's low.
What is it, Lance?
It's low.
It's low.
To me, it is.
Sound check. We're trying to get our audio fixed. Springboro,
So
Beavercreek coming up.
yeah, I can hear myself, so he's probably using the sound off of here.
Why is it not picking up the microphone? This place is awful. Come on. Don't change. Oh, shoot, sorry. How do I make this?
Sound check.
It's coming up through here.
Sound check. Beavercreek versus Springboro Mayor's Cup. Anything, Lance? Sound check.
It's starting to come. No, I think it's going to give it a minute.
Sound check. Beavercreek versus Springboro. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, folks. Well, we had some audio issues, but it looks like we're on now. Good afternoon. My name is Kent Jacobs from the Chiller Rink, the National Trails Parks and Rec Chiller in Springfield. And welcome once again to Beavercreek Battling Beavers Hockey. We're a couple of minutes into the first period. Now that we've got things going, we apologize for those technical difficulties. You haven't missed anything yet. It's no score at this point. The Beavers against Springboro. The Beavers are in their white sweaters, black trunks. The Springboro Panthers are in their purple and black. The Beavers are the home team on this neutral ice rink. And with a win today, Beavercreek can clinch the Mayor's Cup championship since they defeated Alter yesterday in this 3-team round-robin tournament. Springboro is playing Alter on Tuesday. And if Springboro wins this game, then the outcome of them against Alter will be pivotal in who is the Cup. But if the Beavers win this game, they will outright win the Mayor's Cup title. No score. We're 3 minutes into the first period. There's a shot and a save by Landon Schroeder in goal for Springboro, and net for the Beavercreek Beavers today is Ian Champagne, as reserve goalie Chad DeYoung continues to be out. Scratches for Beavercreek's game, one leg injury and concussion each. Here's Alex Elsner trying to cut in on the Panther goal, but he's checked. And there's a whistle, but Chad DeYoung, Kellen King, Cam Burns all out with concussion protocol. And again, Owen Huff out still with that leg injury he suffered a couple of games ago. And there was a penalty on that play. Alex Elsner is going to the penalty box for holding. We've got our chat line open, and we'll catch up on those messages momentarily. Got a face-up coming up. It is going to be Tristan Schroeder taking the draw for Springboro. Panthers on a power play. One-man advantage in a scoreless game. There's a shot, and they score! What a shot. A nice wrist shot from the center point. And just 12 seconds into the power play, the Panthers take a 1-0 lead. It looks like it was scored. We'll see who gets the goal. We should get word from the scorers table in just a moment. But a power play goal for the Panthers, and they immediately take a 1-0 lead. We're now 4 minutes into the first period. Here's Alex Elsner, who had the penalty. He's back on the ice. There's a shot. Save Schroeder. And back to the point. J.J. Lehman trying to flip in front, and Schroeder will cover that. Got messages from Hope Zarang saying, "Go Creek." Danae Johnson said, "Let's go Creek." Carla Moore did. Nice to hear from everybody today. Now back the other way, the Panthers. Schroeder picks it up. He's poke checked away by Elsner, and here comes Hansen. Hansen bangs it off the right wing boards, and there is an icing violation against Beavercreek. Officials for today's game: Eric Schreiner, Keith Picard. Springboro comes in with a record of 9 wins, 4 losses, and no ties. They're coached by Kyle Miklas, assistant coaches Jeremy Ciarelli and Josh Seebacher. The Beavers undefeated at 10-0-1, coached by Greg Gutterman, and assistant coaches are Cam Quick, Brad Lloyd, Eric Baskin. There's a shot blocked by Jake Suda. Schroeder drops it back to the point. Panthers still have it. Shot deflects wide. Noble tries to wrap it around. It's held in left point. Now return pass to Noble off of his skate. Puck kicks back to the point. Held in there for the Panthers by Belanger. Now there's a shot for the Beavers by Newroth. That's wide. Any word on the goal?
Not yet.
Okay. And we've got a whistle and a icing against Springboro. I'm still waiting word from the scorers table on the who got the goal for Springboro and any assists. Face off in the Springboro zone at the other end. Elsner a shot, and that's off a body back to the right wing. Beavers' Joey Donahue shovels it in front. After it was Lehman. Comes off to the right wing boards. Now to the center ice as the Beavers will have to retreat to get onside. Here's Hansen. Pass behind a teammate. Picked up by Donahue. Donahue chips it in the Springboro zone at the other end. There's a shot and they score! A game-tying goal by Riley Hansen. And for the Cobra, that is his 14th of the season. We'll see if what assists there are on that play. Okay, thanks. So 8:40 to go in the period, and we're now all knotted at 1. Here's Hansen, a shot. And I'm not sure if Schroeder got a piece of that down at the other end or not. Loose puck, Springboro zone at the other end. Lehman goes down. Panthers trying to work their way back through center. And that is an icing violation against Springboro. One thing Coach Gutterman said before the game to me and downstairs was he was not happy with the overall effort last night. And would like to see more of the neutral zone trap and trying to prevent the rushes into the Beaver zone. And so far they're doing that.
Springboro goal was 19 from 29 and 12.
Okay.
And Beavercreek was 9 unassisted.
Okay. So we got word from the scorers table that Springboro goal was scored by Chris Shearer, number 19. And the assists were for Johnny Murrow and Tristan Schroeder. And the Beavercreek goal was by Riley Hansen, unassisted. And that's where we're at, 1-1. We're midway through the opening period at the National Trails Park District Chiller Rink. There are several of these chiller rinks around, and this one in Springfield, and it's Columbus Blue Jacket territory, and the Blue Jackets help sponsor some of the teams amateur teams that play here. Of course, the Blue Jackets, the NHL team of our state capital. Here comes a shot, save, Champagne. Rebound cleared to the boards. Another shot, save, rebound is loose. And Suda clears not out, however. And Champagne was still down on the ice. And, boy, another thing that Coach Gutterman told me before the game, he was disappointed last night how the Beavers were not either controlling rebounds or clearing rebounds on saves, on shots. So we'll see how that, if they improve on that this afternoon. There were a couple of precarious moments down here a moment ago. But they did get the puck out of harm's way. Let's catch up on our messages. Hope Zerang says, "Go Creek." Jeff Dufour, the executive producer, says, "Thanks for working through production crew. It's a real challenge to stream from Springfield." Jeff certainly knows he got us going with this stuff a few years ago. Here's Riley Hansen into the Springboro zone behind the net. Now Hansen circling in front, trying to weave through. He drops it off for Washburn. A shot is blocked. There's another shot blocked. That was off the stick of Carson Cox, and it's caught by the goalkeeper today. That's Landon Schroeder. The first time the Beavers played Springboro, they faced Braden Hauser. Danae Johnson says, clock not running.
It's running.
It's running now, okay. And there is a stoppage of play.
Looks like penalty elbow.
Elbowing penalty.
Looks like.
1, 4.
Okay, looks like Blake Morgan going off. Okay, let's see. Tracy Zarang says, go Creek. Aaron Washburn says, can hear and see everything. Thanks a lot. Jay Haney says, let's go Creek. All right, so we appreciate all the messages on our chat. Murrow for the Panthers has it checked away by Cox. Then Cox has it stripped. And then a shot is blocked by Riley Hansen over the glass, and there will be a face-off. Hansen takes the face-off against Schroeder. From the draw, it's cleared up to Joey Donahue. Here comes the rig down the ice. He fires! And that's wide of the mark. There's a power play for the Beavers for another minute and a half. Hansen on left wing. Drops it off for Martin. Martin battling a injured pinky finger on one of his hands. He's playing through that. Here's Riley Hansen on left wing. Back to the point. Now in the corner. Now back to Hansen. Fires. Save. Rebound. Another shot by Cox, and that's wide. Now Alex Elsner holds it in. And now he has to circle back. Beavers now back in the Springboro zone. There's half a minute left in their power play. Elsner, he'll pull the trigger, and that's wide. Cox is partially checked off the puck. 20 seconds left in the Beaver one-man advantage. The score 1-1, 4:08 left in the period. Shot by Hansen. That's off the stick of netminder Schroeder and up over the glass. And the face-off. The Panthers clear the puck all the way down. Cox to Hansen for the Beavers as they try to start out. Penalty's been killed off by the Panthers. There's a shot. Champagne the save. Rebound pops up high. Another blast that's off a body wide. Picking it up is Captain Shearer. Centers, but in too far behind Noble. Here's Noble with the puck off the boards. Noble, shot, kicked out by Champagne. From the rebound, a shot is off a body in front. Beavers banging around the dasher board down the ice, and that'll be an icing on the Beavers. 3:08 to go in the period. And it's been Chris Shearer for Springboro, Riley Hansen for Beavercreek. And the Beavers trying to wrap up the Mayor's Cup Championship this afternoon and also maintain a perfect record for the season. Undefeated record, I should say. They do have one tie. Here's Carson Cox over the Springboro line, and a shot, and that's shoulder high catch by Landon Schroeder.
That was off the net. He caught it after it hit the net.
It hit the net?
Yeah, it hit the net, that's why they.
Oh, okay. See, I can't see that. I cannot see down there.
We'll see it through this net. It's not easy.
Now there's a icing, it looks like, against Beavercreek. With a stoppage, it gives us an opportunity to discuss Prime Electric. Prime Electric LLC, founded to provide competitively priced electrical services to industrial, commercial, and residential customers alike. See David Huff and Luke Cunningham, master electricians. Play down in the Springboro zone, down yonder at the other end. Now here comes the puck right in on Ian Champagne, and as Murrow and Cox bang into the net here on this Beavercreek end, it comes loose. And a clock stop with 2:12 to go as Carson Cox has a word with his goalie. It's Ian Champagne. Face-off, J.J. Lehman, who's been working on face-offs the last couple of games. He wins that one. Nice job by J.J. on that draw. Back to Cox. Cox over for Newroth. Newroth to neutral ice. Newroth drops it off. Has poke checked away. It's picked up by Cox. Carson will shoot on net at the other end, and the save by Landon Schroeder. So there's two Schroeders on this team, I assume brothers. Tristan and Landon. We're down to a minute and a half to go in the period. Here come the Panthers. In this 1-1 game, alternate captain Ryan Polcotti has the puck swept off his stick by Carson Cox. Cox trying to tip it ahead, and it's done so by Lehman, J.J. Lehman, carrying in. Lehman, but then he is checked off the puck. And the puck comes on in back down to the Beaver zone and then shot down the ice by Riley Hansen. Under a minute to play in period number 1 from the chiller in Springfield, and there's a shot the other way, and the Beavers score. Wow. How do you like that? I didn't even see that.
No, it snuck by him. He didn't even get down in the butterfly. He wasn't expecting it.
I'm told by our cameraman Lance that the goalie down there didn't even see the puck coming, and it just kind of rolled in behind him, and Joey Donahue just shrugged his shoulders. So the Beavers, kind of a lucky goal. They lead it 2-1. Puck knocked down with a hand pass, and we'll have a face-off. We'll wait for confirmation from the scorer's table on who scored that goal.
22 unassisted.
Okay, it was Joey Donahue, who was, like I said, was shrugging his shoulders when they at the face-off circle, saying, "Hey, I didn't do anything." So he gets the goal unassisted. And here comes Elsner back the other way. Moving in, trying to cut in front. Elsner. Now he's checked down to the ice into the boards behind the Springboro net. Loose puck. Martin. Now Donahue. And the puck comes free down the ice. Past the Beaver line. It's played by Carson Cox for Martin. And it's chipped right back to the Beaver line. There's 5 seconds left in the period, and so the Beavers will be taking a 1-goal lead into period number 2. So after 1, at the Chiller in Springfield. Beavers 2 and Springboro 1. And so, good period for the Beavers. We've got shots.
14-5.
Favoring Beavercreek 14-5 unofficially. So I'm sure Coach Gutterman has got to like what he's seen so far. The goal scoring summary once again. It was Chris Shearer, team captain of the Panthers. And assisted by Johnny Murrow and Tristan Schroeder. That was a power play goal. And then Riley Hansen unassisted and Joey Donahue unassisted for Beavercreek. For Hansen, that was his 14th, and for Donahue, his 11th of the season. We don't have any stats for Springboro. So they'll reset the clock to 15 minutes for the second period. They will resurface the ice after the second.
We have senior spotlights if you want, or I don't know if there's anybody you want to interview.
We'll have senior spotlights after the second period to watch. Again, our live chat is open on our YouTube channel if you want to say hello and or tell us what player you're rooting for, whether you're a Beaver fan or if you're a Springboro fan. Go ahead and say hello and tell us what player you're rooting for or where you're watching from. Puck dropped. We're back underway for the second period in a 2-1 game for the Beavers. Coming this way, Elsner. Shot, and it's off the blocker pad of Schroeder. He swats that over the glass, and we'll have a face-off.
Okay, officially they have shots on goal, 16-6 Creek.
16-6, Beavercreek. Shots on goal after one period, 16-6. So a good period for the Beavers. And period number one. Play down at the other end. Loose puck is held in for the Panthers by Belanger. The Beavers sweep it out. Back is Alex Elsner. Tip in front and almost hooking up with Donahue. A tip that was just wide of the Springboro net. Nice pass by Elsner. Here's a shot by Shearer, caught by Champagne. I'd like to mention our pal Bill Daniels at Dayton's Original Pizza Factory, located at 1101 Wayne Avenue in Dayton. Call them at 224-4477, 937 area code, and order up an award-winning pizza or a salad or sub from Dayton's Original Pizza Factory. Bill always takes care of everybody during our team functions, so he's a big supporter of Beavercreek hockey. Puck held in by Belanger at the left point. Drops it off behind the net. We're 2 minutes into period number 2. Springboro had a 1-0 lead. Now the Beavers have scored the last 2 goals of the game. And here come the Beavers back. Puck chopped in behind the Springboro cage. And that's icing against the Beavers. And we'll take things back the other way. And the officials today, Eric Schreiner, Keefe Picard, and that's Keefe, K-E-E-F-E, Picard. We've had Keefe do a couple of games this season. And Eric Schreiner, he's a regular. Puck shot in on net from center, and play made by Champagne. He'll cover it. He thought about dropping it off, but then with one of the Panthers swooping in, decided to cover the puck with a big mitt. From the face-off, way at the other end. Puck held in by the Panthers. There's a shot, and that's off a body in front. Here come the Beavers. Here is Carson Cox. Centers, but nobody there for the Beavers to try to tip it in. And they retreat to neutral ice. Loose puck, Donahue. Tied up at the Beaver blue line with 11.5 to go in the second. Here's Joe Martin. Martin circles back after being encountered by one of the Panthers. He's checked again. Puck loose right at the side of the Beaver cage, and then it's covered by Champagne. And Ian will hold on to it. Any new chats that I'm not getting?
I'm not seeing any.
Somebody send us a test chat. We're worried. We haven't seen anything lately. So we're worried of the technical problems we had earlier, if there's anything wrong with that. What?
He sent that as a text to me, then not as a...
Play here in this end in the Springboro zone. Murrow flips it high, but it's held in. A tip in front off the stick of Cox on net, and it's turned aside by Schroeder. Now here is Tristan Schroeder racing across right wing through center ice into the Beaver zone. Schroeder checked from behind by Hansen. And Riley will clear the puck out of the Beaver end. Now Belanger enters the Beaver zone, but there's an offside. One of his teammates was in ahead of the play. Of course, the puck has to precede any teammates into the attacking zone.
Some chats now.
Uh-oh, Julie
Jeff
Jivel.
wants to know where his pen is.
Julie Shivelbein says hello. Danae Johnson smiles. Michaela Stacy says, hi, Ken. Hey, Michaela, what's going on? Jeff Dufour, the executive producer, is stirring up trouble. Where's my pen? I've got it. I've got it right here. I still have a few of that pack of pens that they gave me last year. I still have it. I keep it with me. In fact, the pen I'm using is out of that pack. So now carrying in, trying to work through is Elsner. He gets tripped up and goes down, and there will be a penalty. It's a delayed penalty, shot, blocked, and as Schroeder picks it up, there is a penalty on the Panthers, and Tristan Schroeder, number 12, holds his hands up, says, who, me? I didn't do anything. He didn't. It's Belanger, young Gavin Belanger. His name's spelled like Belanger. Belanger, but it does have the French spelling. He's going in for 2 minutes for a trip. And Bethany Manley says, "Go Creek." Number 17, Joe Martin, your Michigan family, says hello. There's a shot and saved by Schroeder. So Beavers on a power play, leading it 2-1. Here's Elsner. Across center in the Springboro zone. Drops it off to Donahue, back to Elsner in the corner. Elsner pass taken away by Chris Shearer, and he'll clear it down the ice. Beavers coming back. Here is Hansen. Hansen drops it off now to Donahue. Joey Donahue, rink wide pass. Hansen, shot, save, rebound, loose, still loose, held in by Cox. Cox trying to make a play. His pass was behind Lehman. Now here is Hansen. Hansen, Elsner, shot, save, Schroeder. Rebound, Shearer, and he whacks it down the ice. Out of the net, Champagne. 45 seconds left in the Belanger penalty. Pass to center. Here is Elsner. Taking his time, Elsner. Trailed by a couple of Panthers. Drops it back, center point. Cox over to Hansen. Now Donahue, back to Hansen. Fires! He scores! Riley Hansen, what a great play between Elsner and Donahue and Hansen. That was a nice looking play and with the power play, and the Beavers lead it 3-1. And for Mr. Hansen,
9 from 15 and 22.
so it was Hansen from Elsner and Donahue, that trio that made that nice pass play, and for Hansen, number 15 of the season. And Beavers lead it now 3-1. That was a power play goal. 8 minutes left in period number 2, so we're approaching the halfway point of the game. Again, with a win today, the Beavers will capture the Mayor's Cup. Now there's several players ganging up and along the right wing boards down at the other end. Panthers trying to get some scoring activity going. There's a shot wide off the stick of Harris. And puck flipped up high down the ice, and it'll be icing on Beavercreek with 7:11 to go in the second. Got a message from Logan K. Way to go, Creek. And Jay Haney says, Yahoo, great teamwork. Creek. And Bethany Manley said, go Creek. Number 17, Joe Martin, your Michigan family is watching. Thanks, Bethany. Nice to hear from you. Here come the Beavers streaking down the ice. Here's Donahue. Shoots! Save with a stick by Schroeder. Boy, the big rig almost cashing in there as he barreled down the ice. Belanger chips it back to center. Beavers dump back in. Loose puck, that was Blake Morgan. Pass up ahead. Now here is Harris, Caleb Harris. He lost the handle on the puck. 6.5 to go in the period. Now the Beavers come back. Alex Elsner working in front. Shoots. Pad save. Rebound still loose. And Elsner diving to the top of the crease, trying to get a stick on it. But Schroeder's got it. Chris Shearer, the captain of the Panthers, reached down to make sure Elsner didn't try to get a stick on that puck. Nice effort by Elsner. From the face-off, Donahue shoots, turned aside by Schroeder. Loose puck, Hansen unable to hold the puck in at the blue line. Beavers go back. Loose puck shot down by the Panthers. I mean, one of their players has got his back pads covering his number, so I can't tell who that is. Now play behind the Beaver net. And there's a shot, and Champagne the save. And it's hard for yours truly to see what's going on down at the other end of the rink. I don't have a zoom-in lens like you're watching. There's a shot, and they score! And I believe it was Polcati. And we'll get a confirmation. Alternate captain Ryan Polcati, number 22, I believe, is the goal scorer. And we will get a confirmation of that, but the Panthers cut the Beaver lead 3-2. So Beavers had scored 3 unanswered goals. There's a shot, save Schroeder off the stick of Chase Newroth. And now that string is broken. So that was Ryan Polcati, unassisted. Again, we don't have any stats for the Panthers, so we don't know how many goals that is for Ryan. It's now 3-2. Here is a drop pass to Lehman. J.J. Lehman ridden into the corner boards by Harris. Polcati trying to prod the puck loose. Fighting for it, Newroth, Harris, Lehman, Polcati, Newroth. Passes back to Lehman. Lehman trying to flip it in front. It's off the side of the net. Center, a big pass by Newroth. And a shot and a save, a rebound loose in front, and they score! The goal came loose, but the official emphatically says goal. And the Beavers score, so they say the net came loose after the puck crossed the line. Boy, there was a great pass by Newroth in front. And then a shot, a save, and then a tip in, and it's 4-2 for the Beavers. And that goal coming at 11:30 elapsed in the period. Boy, I was impressed with that behind the back pass by Newroth in front. There's a shot that's tipped up high off a stick and caught by Schroeder. And that goal was scored by J.J. Lehman. And it was unassisted because the puck was... Ooh. That puck... Where did that go? Did it get stuck up there?
Oh, it hit right there. You can see the wet spot.
Oh, gee whiz.
It was fine to go for Lance.
That goal unassisted because by Lehman because the puck was hit by the Springboro player, and it might have been the goalie Schroeder. But still a great pass by Newroth, a great goal by Lehman. Shot, save, Schroeder. He kicks that out and then covers the rebound. And for J.J. Lehman, who's been playing center these last few games. For J.J., I've got that as his first goal of the year. So according to my little sheet, it's his first. Here is Donahue and a now 4-2 Beaver lead. To Hansen, he shovels it in front on goal. Save made by Schroeder. Chad Champagne says, "Go Creek from Homer, Alaska. The end of the road," is Homer, Alaska, he says. Ian, the best goalie the Champagnes have ever fielded, he says. Out of a long line of one goalie. As they've played in the frozen ponds of Louisiana. Here is Elsner. He scores! The A-Train streaks down the ice, right up the gut, right up the slot in front of the Panther net, and he just slips it right through. And the goal scored by Elsner, and the Beavers now lead it 5-2. And for the Train, that is his team leading 19th goal of the season. Alex said he's tired of not getting in on the action in this game. So he decided he was just going to take the puck and
15 from 9.
take it right up the gut. So Elsner from Hansen. Hansen gets the assist. Beavers now lead it 5-2 with just 2:45 to go in the period. Belanger will tip it ahead. Puck pass broken up. Here come the Beavers again. Here is Hansen, but it's offside. As the Cobra was weaving through the defense trying to get on net, but one of his teammates was in ahead of the puck. So we'll have a face-off at center ice. 2:23 to go in period number 2. Here's Chris Shearer. He'll chip it in the Beaver zone. Back to get it. Marty. Joe Martin. And Marty, it's battling a hand injury, finger injury, and that makes it tougher to hold that stick here. Shearer a shot. Save, rebound. And they score! So the Panthers won't go away. They cash in another goal to cut the Beaver lead again to 2, now 5-3. They stay in the game. That was a very important goal for the Panthers to cut it to 2 before the end of the period. Now here is Hansen. He's veered off by Polcati. Drops it back to the point for Washburn, but it's past his stick, and Mason has to go back and get it. He passes to Elsner. Elsner poke checked. He still has it. Elsner leaves it for Donahue. Back to Elsner. It's off a stick. Played by Shearer. Shearer up for teammate Murrow, and it's checked and cleared back down the ice.
The goal was 22 from 19.
So that's Ryan Polcati, the goal scorer for Springboro, his second of the game, and assisted by Chris Shearer, and Shearer his second point of the game. He had a goal earlier. There's a shot, save. Champagne, and Ian will hold on to that one. Got a message from Nicole Elsner. Yay, Alex. Aunt Nick is so proud of you. Well, thank you very much, Nicole. Nice to hear from you. 1:09 to go in the second. Face off down in the Beaver zone. And the puck tipped away. Here come the Beavers. Here's Elsner and he's going to pass over for Lehman, and he was unable to. And the Panthers break that play up. Here's Lehman. Beavers still have it. Lehman ridden into the boards in the corner, being shoved there by Morgan. And then JJ tosses a elbow back to try to get Morgan off him. Here's a shot tipped by Elsner, save Schroeder. And he had his leg pad down on the ice with the right leg, and that helped keep the puck out. 25 seconds left in the period. Schroeder passes to Murrow. He chips it down the ice. After it, Schroeder. But he's beaten to the puck by Cox of Beavercreek. And then a puck out of play off a stick, and so we'll have a face-off with 14 seconds to go in period number 2. So again, we apologize early. We had some technical difficulties. We got on about 2.5 minutes into the first period. And fortunately, you didn't miss anything. There had been no scoring to that point. Springboro took a 1-0 lead. Then the Beavers got 2 to lead after 1, 2-1. And now in this period, the Beavers have outscored the Panthers 3-2 to have a 5-3 lead. As the puck is cleared down into the Beaver zone. And it's played by Champagne right at the buzzer. So after 2 periods at the Chiller Rink in Springfield, the championship game of the, well, at least for Beavercreek, the potential championship game of the Mayor's Cup is if they win the tournament. If the Panthers come back and win, the tournament will still be up in the air and will come down to a contest between Springboro and Alter on Tuesday. So after 2, it's Beavercreek 5 and Springboro 3. And we are going to break away for a senior spotlight as they're going to resurface the ice here at the National Trails Park and Rec District, Chiller. So we're ready? All right, stay tuned, everybody. Here is Senior Spotlight. Welcome again to another edition of Senior Spotlight, and our guest in this segment is Jake Suda. And we certainly appreciate Jake joining us for our Senior Spotlight. Jake, first of all, tell everybody out there a little bit about yourself, what type of hobbies you have, and where you're from, and just all about yourself.
Alrighty. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I like going to the gym and cars, working on them, everything about them. Yeah.
Do you play any other sports besides hockey?
No, I don't play any other sports other than hockey. It's just hockey.
Now, how long have you been playing hockey?
I started my junior year, so just 2 years now.
What moved you to get into the sport of hockey?
I've always wanted to since I was little, but Mom never wanted to because of the injuries, so I just kind of threw myself in junior year.
And what position are you playing primarily this season?
This season has mostly been center for the third line, so that's been a new experience. Been fun.
How do you like the face-off circle? Has that been good to you?
No, it has not. Probably only won a couple, but it's all good.
What do you think are some of the keys to trying to be a good face-off man?
Probably like getting low and tying them up. I struggle with that one, but it's okay. We'll get there.
And how your classwork at school? Do you have any favorite subjects in your school?
Definitely. I enjoy science. I'm not taking a science class right now. I have all of it done, but science has been my favorite.
What are your college plans when you graduate? Do you have any?
Yeah. I plan to go to the Ohio State University. So.
Now, are you going to try to play any like club hockey there?
I might. Just depends on how it goes with everything. I haven't fully decided yet. So.
Do you have a major that you tentatively have an idea on?
Yes. International business is what I'm interested in.
That is interesting. International business. So, is there any type of field of business that you have an idea in at this point?
Not really, but I like the idea of the overseas aspect of business.
Do you like to do a lot of traveling, or would you?
Yeah, I feel like I'd enjoy going across the seas a lot, seeing how other cultures operate and the other governments operate. I feel like it could be an interesting experience and a good way to grow as a person.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is your second year, right, with the team. It's a little bit limited experience. But do you have a favorite memory from your hockey?
Yeah, I'd have to say playing at Nationwide Arena, amazing. Even with it being empty, it's still just amazing how big the stadium is, and playing on the ice really makes you feel like small.
Now, what do you feel about the team's chances coming up this season and trying to win the league and win the league tournament and everything? How do you feel about it so far?
I feel like the team is looking good right now. We play really disciplined for the most part. We could still work on a couple things, but I think we have high chances right now.
Do you, the young players, the freshmen and sophomores, as a senior, how do you feel about trying to help tutor some of the players and coming along? How do you feel that the players are coming along?
I think all of the younger players are coming along great, and I love bonding with all of them. Super nice guys, especially Chase Duroth, really good kid.
Well, we certainly wish you best of luck as you move on and graduate and hopefully get into the world of international business and get to travel. But in all of your travels, if you get a chance, come back here to a Beaver hockey game, and if you do, come up and then see us.
Absolutely, will do.
Thanks again to Jake Suda, our guest on this edition of Senior Spotlight. If Jeff Duford is watching, our executive producer, Cherie Champagne, director, producer, engineer, she just dropped the ball. If you saw me coming around at the silent, I said to Cherie, Cherie, let me know when I'm on. She said, you're on, you're on. Okay. So, all right, so we've got another senior spotlight, Cherie?
We do if you think we have time.
Well, what do you think? They're going to come out and warm up a little bit, or just get going? Okay. We'll hold it right here then, so we'll get back to the senior spotlights another time. Do we have any further messages? Let's see. Aaron Washburn, number 8, Washburn, that's Mason. Mason Washburn, grandparents watching from Vandalia, Ohio, and posting for them. Go Mason! So thank you very much, Aaron. Nice to hear from you again today. So We can go over all the scoring while the Zamboni is getting wrapped up. So in the first period, it was Chris Shearer scoring for the Panthers to make it 1-0 Springboro, and his goal was assisted by Johnny Murrow and Tristan Schroeder, and that was a power play goal. And then the Beavers tied it up, Riley Hansen unassisted, and then Joey Donahue unassisted to give the Beavers a 2-1 lead after one period. Then in the second, it was Riley Hansen again on a power play, assisted by Elsner and Donahue, making it 3-1. And then the Panthers made it 3-2 on a goal by Ryan Polcotti, unassisted. The Beavers made it 4-2 on a goal by J.J. Lehman, unassisted. And the Beavers made it 5-2 on a goal by Alex Elsner, and that was assisted by Riley Hansen. But then the Panthers came back. Ryan Polcotti, second of the game, second of the period, and that was assisted by Chris Shearer, and that's where we stood after two periods now, where we stand after two periods, with a score 5-3 for the Beavers. Okay, and shots, what do you got, Cherie?
Good spot up here. Boy, you see everything.
31-19. 31-19 Creek.
So 31-19 unofficially.
That's official.
Oh, that's official.
That to me.
Okay, that's from the scorers table, so that is official. We always say unofficial because that's Cherie's count.
You
So
sent it to me, so that's how
so that's
if mine are different, I adjust them.
so okay, but we're actually getting it from the scorers table today. So we don't have anybody. I didn't know who that one fellow was. That came by. So, oh.
It's just saying we have a good view.
It is a good view. It's a good view up here. Down on this end, it's hard, of course, to see what's going on at the other end of the rink, but that's me. So, all right. So we're waiting the arrival of the two teams to get back on the ice. Here come the Beavers.
Taking it off of King. I know how much you like the spot.
Well, this gives us a chance to talk about a couple of our sponsors this season. We'd like to get a mention in. The Flying Locksmiths. We haven't talked about those folks for a while. Flying Locksmiths, they are located at 5335 Far Hills Avenue, Suite 105 in Dayton. And the Flying Locksmiths, they are a commercial and residential door and locksmith company that focuses on providing exceptional service to their clients. They provide services such as home and office rekeys, installation of smart locks and deadbolts, repairs and replacements of commercial doors and door hardware, installation and maintenance of access control systems like the key cards and that type of thing, and keyless entry solutions. So as they say around their office, if it's on a door, we can handle it. So that's the Flying Locksmiths at 5335 Far Hills in Kettering/Dayton. Dayton address 45429, but they're basically in Kettering. So go see the Flying Locksmiths, and if you have anything to do with a lock, anything on a door. Once again, a sponsor of Beaver Hockey. in our officials for today's game, Eric Schreiner, Keith Picard. The Beavers came into this game undefeated, 10 wins, no losses, 1 tie. The Springboro Panthers 9-4-0. Panthers coached by Kyle Miklas. The Beavers by Greg Gutterman, and the puck is dropped for the third, and we're ready for the last 15 minutes of this contest. Puck cleared in by Riley Hansen into the Panther zone, and right away that's an icing violation. So face off here at this other end. The late goal in that second period by Polcati got the Panthers back in the game as they only trail by 2. So the next goal in this game is going to be a big one. Here's a centering pass by Donahue, and a shot and a save made by Schroeder. Another shot by Cox deflects wide. So if the Beavers score and get their 3-goal lead back, they would be in the catbird seat, while there's a trip, and Shearer, his stick blade kind of slipped under the skate of Riley Hansen, and Shearer's going off. He didn't protest at all. Yep. Nope. So, of course, if the Panthers score the next goal, it'll only be a 1-goal game. Now the Beavers on a power play. There's a shot by Elzers, and a loose puck in front. They scramble for it, and it kicks off to the right wing boards. In fact, the Beavers had a favorable scrum in front. Here's Donahue's shot wide of the mark. Now the Panthers come back shorthanded. Working in, here's Schroeder, saved by Champagne. Boy, nice stick work by Tristan Schroeder, number 12, to work through a couple of Beavers and get right in front of the Beaver net. Got a shot point blank on Champagne, but Ian went down in the butterfly that pads down in front and was able to keep the puck out. That would have been a devastating turn of events for the Beavers to give up a shorthanded goal. Here's a shot by Cox, saved by Schroeder, and that's Landon Schroeder is the goalkeeper for Springboro. His, I assume, brother Tristan.
Yes, they are brothers.
They're brothers, okay. So he is his brother. So, and Tristan almost scoring at this end, and Landon made a good save down at the other end. 1 minute left in the Beaver power play, trying to add to a 2-goal lead. Donahue drops it off. Hansen. Centers. Donahue. And it's behind him. Hansen gets it back. His wrist shot. And Schroeder's got it. Hansen's got that deadly wrist shot when he cuts across, and he can really snap it, but Schroeder was able to catch that one. 40 seconds left in the Beaver power play. Puck dropped from the draw. Elsner over for Donahue. His shot, and he scores! Diesel Donahue on a nice pass over to the left wing circle, and the rig puts it home, and the Beavers a power play goal. And they now double up the Panthers 6-3. And for Joey Donahue, that is his second of the game, and that would be his 12th of the season. So there is that triad of Donahue and Elsner and Hansen. Hansen and Elsner, the assists on that goal as they pass the puck around. Here's a loose puck right in front of the Panther net, now kicked off to the right wing boards, and there's a whistle. And we have an offside.
No, I think the puck went out of play.
Oh, puck popped up over the glass. Okay. Well, didn't get to see that play real well from down here, but boy, the last period, that goal by Hansen on the power play, that was one of the nicest string of passes that I've seen this season. There's a centering pass, and Champagne off of in and out of his glove. Noble trying to get a whack at it, as was Schroeder. Now clearing the puck down the ice is Donahue, and that'll be icing on the Beavers. A chance for the Panthers as that puck came in and out of the mid of Ian. From the draw, here's Cox. Bangs it off the boards. It's intercepted, and a pass over for Shearer was behind him. He chases it down in the corner, and now he lost it to Elsner. Alex Elsner, he's checked off the puck by Harris. Here's Elsner in the Panther zone, right wing circle. Elsner now drops it off back behind him. Hansen, Elsner, shot. And Schroeder, looks like, made the save down there. Puck's still live. Cox's shot. And that's bangs off the boards. Now back the other way. And trying to dive. There's a couple of players go down. Shearer tackled from behind, I think, by Martin. And they'll call it a hook on Marty as he kind of took down Shearer. So a power play for the Panthers of Springboro. They're trying to get back in the game, trailing 6-3 with 10:50 to go. From the draw in the Beaver zone, Cox clears, not out. It's held by Shearer, but then he lost it to center. So they do have to circle back. Shearer, poke checked by Hansen, picked up by Donahue. Here's Donahue trying to cut in on the Springboro goal, and he's checked down to the ice by two Panthers. And here they come this way. With a man advantage, pass over left wing, nobody there. So a missed positioning by the Panthers. Now here is Hansen. He's going to hold things up and kill some time. Now I'll bang it off the left wing wall and down the ice. A minute 10 left in the Panther power play. They trail it 6-3. Into the Beaver zone, Shearer. Chris Shearer cuts behind the net, still has it, centers Murrow, and he's checked. I'm thinking about football. That's Murrow, but puck clear down the ice now. Here come the Panthers. They've got 45 seconds left in their power play. Here is Schroeder, behind the back pass, broken up, and Hansen has it. Riley Hansen for the Beavers. Drop pass, and Hansen gets it right back. Here's Hansen on left wing into the Springboro zone. He shoots, and a save made by Landon Schroeder. 10 seconds left in the Springboro power play. Loose puck picked up by Elsner for the Beavers, trying to work in front. He's tripped up. Penalty coming up on Springboro. I believe that'll be Polcati. as Elsner tried to dance around him, but he got kind of hip checked, flipped up in the air, and it is going to be Ryan Polcotti going to the penalty box. So for 2 seconds, it'll be 4-on-4, and then the Beavers have a power play for 1:58. Face off way down at the other end. Panthers win the face off and clear it. Now here's Carson Cox. Beavers now on a one-man advantage. Here's Riley Hansen into the Springboro zone. Shoots. Save made by Landon Schroeder. From the face-off in the Springboro zone. Elsner flips it in front. Loose puck, and they score! It's tipped in with Schroeder down on the ice. I believe he made an initial save, and then the puck was chipped up high into the Springboro net, and I believe it's Hansen, but we'll get a confirmation of that. If it is Riley Hansen, it would be a hat trick for him. Beavers now lead it 7-3. And that is a power play goal. And that should put a capper on this one now. The 4-goal lead with 8:20 to go in the third. Puck chipped off the official. Now
9 from 22 and 15.
so it is a hat trick for Riley Hansen. His third goal of the game. And for Riley, that would be number 16 of the season. Midway through the third period, Beavers have scored twice in this frame to build their lead back up now to 7-3. Belanger will bang the puck off the far boards down on the left wing at the other end. Now he gets it back. Number 74, and he clears down the ice. No icing as the puck went through one of the Beaver players. Played by Riley Hansen. Hansen bangs it off the right wing boards to center ice. Played by the Panthers. There's a pass off a skate. Now shot in behind the Beaver net. There's Carson Cox at center for Elsner, but past him, played by Polcotti. Here come the Panthers. Trying to cut in was Murrow. Murrow lost the puck. He was checked by Cox. Hansen clears back to the line. Shot in offside by the Panthers. They have to retreat now. Here's Riley Hansen. Pass for Elsner. He gets past a Panther into their zone, the other end. Elsner trying to backhand the puck in front, but it's broken up. Under 6 minutes to play in this game. Panthers hold the puck behind their own net. Getting ready to start out. And they come. There's a nice poke check away by Cox. And the puck ice the other way. We'll have a face-off in the Beaver zone. It's been Shearer and 2 goals by Polcati for Springboro. 3 goals by Riley Hansen for Beavercreek. 2 by Joey Donahue, 1 by Alex Elsner, 1 by J.J. Lehman. We've got another icing on Beavercreek. And both goalies have gone all the way. Of course, Champagne, the only goalie in attendance for the Beavers, as Chad DeYoung out of action right now on the concussion protocol. Ryan Polcati pass up ahead is off a stick right to the side of the Beaver net, and Champagne will cover that one up.
I think they're being quiet again.
Everybody's quiet on our chat.
It's a lazy Sunday.
Yep,
So they're watching the football game.
everybody's watching football. There is Joe Martin for, is Drew Vandenboss on the ice now for Beavercreek. Carson Cox checking Noble into the corner boards here in the Beaver zone at this end. They're moving in to pull the trigger, and a shot, and they score! That was, I believe, Schroeder, but not Schroeder. I'm sorry. That looks like it is. Oh, it's the guy with the back pad covering his number or something. I can't even see. Did you see Moran?
Looked like he was the first one, something like that. Marsden, maybe? No, Morgan. Maybe it's Morgan.
Morgan, number 4. Okay. So we'll see, but it's now 7-4. But there could have been a tip too. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll get an official. There's another shot, and it's jacked wide by Schroeder. Boy, he had a nice crisp shot.
Morgan 4 from 12 and 29.
Okay, so it was Blake Morgan on the goal at this end, assisted by Tristan Schroeder and by Johnny Murrow. There's another shot, stick save by Champagne. Rebound still loose, now picked up by Elsner. He stood up at center ice. Puck comes loose again. Played by Hansen. Riley Hansen, pass at center now. Donahue on right wing, pulls the trigger! And that's wide of the Springboro net. 3:40 to go in the game. There's Schroeder, rink wide pass to nobody. Picked up by Alex Elsner. Elsner, his shot is wide and at the other end. Cleared to center. Beavers intercept there. Here is Hansen. He flips it in, the Springboro zone at the other end. And now it's cleared all the way down this way, and that'll be, oh, no icing. Icing on Springboro waved off. Loose puck in front of the Beaver net. Shot ahead by Cox to Elsner. Over the Springboro line. His shot. Turned aside. Rebound still loose. Elsner. Back at the point. Cox. Cox. Shot. And he scores!
I think that was Joey, 22.
So Joey Donahue got the tip on the Cox shot. So it looks like the Big Rig has a hat trick.
We're waiting for the official.
Well, wait, let's find out first. Because Cox was first in the handshake line, so we'll find out. But Carson Cox took the shot, and now if it deflected off a defender, then Cox would get credit for the goal. But we'll find out. But now it's 8-4 in favor of Beavercreek. Down to 2.5 minutes left in this one. Beavers are going to win the Mayor's Cup this year again. There's a shot, tipped. It's blocked away by, I think, Lehman. Puck cleared at the other end.
20 from 15 and 22.
So it was Carson Cox with the goal, assisted by Elsner and Donahue. So for the Secretary of Defense, a little bit of offense. And for Carson, I got that as his first goal of the season.
Is Carson's first goal?
That's what I've got. Yeah. Although this is old. This is me scribbling. Here's a centering pass broken up. Now they're shot by the Panthers, again broken up in front. 1:45 to go. Here is Cox. He'll dump it down the other way. Carson Cox, right point. He'll ride it in behind the net, picked up by Belanger of Springboro. Now his pass intercepted by Elsner. Shot save the other way by Schroeder. Back as a shot save with a big blocker pad by Champagne on Polcati. Polcati drops it back to the point, taken away by Elsner. Alex Elsner moving in on a semi-breakaway, and he scores! The A-Train, as he broke out on left wing, he beat the Panthers down the ice. And for Alex, his second of the game, and 20th of the season, and the Beavers now lead it 9-4. Four goals in this period. They've progressively, now 1 minute left in the game, they've progressively increased their goal total through the game. 2 in the first, 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third.
15 from 6.
So Elsner is second in the game, 19th or 20th of the season. Assist to J.J. Lehman. Half a minute to play.
16, not 6.
Oh,
He mistyped. So it was from 16.
Cam Clements?
Cam Clemens.
Oh, how about that? Cam Clements got the assist on that.
That might be his first point.
Yeah, let's see if I see anything. Yeah, first assist, first point, right. Here, puck comes in on Champagne, and he makes the save as Riley Hansen pats him on the head. Says, good boy. Well, good weekend for Ian. I'm sure he's not thrilled with the 4 goals against today, but 2 days in a row and against 2 tough opponents, Alter and Springboro, he'll take 2 wins. Buzzer sounds the end of the third period, and the Beavercreek Beavers have won the 2022 Mayor's Cup with a win today over the Springboro Panthers. Final Beavers 9, Panthers 4, as they all come out to congratulate Ian Champagne and his net, and they all congregate, and we'll have a handshake, and then will they do a trophy thing?
They won't do it today.
I think they won't do it until all the games are completed.
Oh,
If
okay.
they did it. So
Well, let's see. Let's catch up on our chats on our YouTube channel. Bethany Manley says, "Good game, Beavers. You guys have had an awesome weekend. Congrats on winning the Mayor's Cup." Thanks, Bethany. Nice to hear from you. Winona Champagne. Hey, Winona, what's going on? Win for the Saints, followed by the win by Beavercreek. Winona's from down in Louisiana, so she's rooting for New Orleans Saints. And followed by a win by Beavercreek, make twice as nice. Go Creek. Thanks, Winona. Nice hearing from you today. Hope Zarang says, thanks again to Kent. Well, you're quite welcome. and the entire production crew, that is Cherie and Sir Lancelot, and remotely Jeff Duford, the executive producer, who I thought we were going to have to make a consultant call on this afternoon. But we got Cherie got things going.
They may be doing it.
Oh, okay.
They're taking out, so you might want to-
Okay, since the Beavers have officially won the tournament, it looks like they'll have a presentation. LC Reddig says, "Yay, go Creek!" Thanks. Is that or Elise? I said Elsie. Elise Reddig says, "Yay, go Creek!" Thanks, Elise. Nice hearing from you. Hope Zrang says, "Congrats, Beavers, go Creek!" Great game, says Louisiana. Great weekend for Creek. Debbie Cox says, "Congrats, Creek." Thanks, Debbie. Tracy Zrang says, "Congrats, Creek." And Michaela Stacy says, "Great game for both teams. Congrats, Creek, on winning the Mayor's Cup." Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, Michaela. And nice to hear from everybody on our chat this afternoon. And they're doing something on the ice. They're shedding their helmets and gloves. So is this for a picture? Okay, so they're going to get a picture with the trophy. And there is the young ladies in the high heels on the ice, and that would be for Kent. That would be a great big no-no. I would take 2 steps, and poof, I'd be lying down. They'd be dragging me across the ice. So there you have it. Okay, they're posing for the team picture. Are you in on that?
Yes.
Okay. So there you go. So and they won it last year too, didn't they?
They did. So Jeff says, does that make Creek as the Mayor's Cup champs for the 6th year in a row?
Oh, is that what Jeff said?
He's asking.
I don't know.
I don't know. I know that we've won it every
Tell
year.
her stop causing trouble.
Jeff,
We won it
Jeff
every
D,
year, for sure.
he's asking questions. You know he don't know. Come on, Jeff. What have I been here? I've been here like 4 years or something. I don't know. Jeff,
Yeah, I think you
Mr. Mr. DeFord should know this because he was here.
That's right. Yes,
What are you
right.
What are you asking me for? The executive producer stirring up trouble. So, Jeff, I don't know. Mr. DeFord. We'll have to find out about that. Nancy Jeske says, "Congrats, Beavers. Great to see Drew out there." And, yeah, Mr. Vanden Boss was out there. Thank you for another great broadcast. You're welcome, Nancy. Danae Johnson says, "Great job, boys." Well, thank you, Danae. They did a good job out there to win it. Do we have any way to check on Mr. DeFord's question?
We can look. I'll look while you talk,
Okay.
but there's no guarantee.
Executive producer, Sir Lancelot, is going to try to check for us. So, hold on. At least 3 years in a row, says Cherie. So, okay. Again, no player of the game today because of the venue that we're at, where we can't, go down and see. They can't come up here. It's not time. There's too many. Take too long for anybody to try to come up here. So, but our player of the game interview will be back once we return to Kettering Ice Arena, which is going to be Wednesday, January 4th, a Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. against Dayton Stealth JV. And if there is an opponent that's going to test the Beavercreek undefeated season, that's going to be the Dayton Stealth JV, because they're the whole stealth program, I think, is really high rolling so far this season. So that should be a very interesting game. And so that's our next game at the Kettering Ice Arena, and it'll be January 4th on a Wednesday.
Coach said 5 years in a row. I asked. I found it for you.
Oh,
See, I didn't fail too much today.
hey, hold on.
It's 5 years in a row.
Mr. DuFord says I'm checking, but
Coach Gutterman says it's 5 years.
Coach Gutterman says 5 years in a row, Jeff. 5 years in a row, Jeff. So you were almost right. Jeff was almost right. So Jeff Shree checked with Coach Gutt, and he said 5 years in a row. So, but thanks, Jeff, for pointing that out, because we wouldn't have known that. So thanks for letting us know to check on that. So 5 years in a row, the Mayor's Cup. How about that? It is pretty good. So the ice is cleared. Let's have a quick recap of the scoring, then we'll do our 3 stars, and then we'll wrap things up. So the scoring, once again, first period, it was kicked off by Springboro. Chris Shearer scored a power play goal, and his goal was assisted by Johnny Murrow and also by Tristan Schroeder. And the Panthers led it 1-0. Beavers tied it up. Riley Hansen scored unassisted, and then Joey Donahue unassisted. And the Beavers led 2-1 after 1. Second period, Riley Hansen scored another power play goal, assisted by Elsner and Donahue. Beavers led it by a score of 3-1, and then J.J. Lehman unassisted, make it 4-1. And then the Panthers struck back. Ryan Polcotti scored unassisted to make it 4-2. Then the Beavers came back, and Elsner from Hansen, that made it 5-2, and then Ryan Polcotti cut it to 5-3 late in the period, and his goal was assisted by Chris Shearer. So there was some intrigue going into the third period, as it was only 5-3 for the Beavers, but then Joey Donahue scored to make it 6-3, assisted by Elsner and Hansen. And then I think the next goal was Hansen to a power play goal, and that was from Donahue and Elsner, and that made it 7. Check that. Where are we at? 7-3, and then the Panthers cut it to 7-4 on a goal by Blake Morgan, and his goal was assisted by Tristan Schroeder and by Johnny Murrow. And then the Beavers, 2 more goals to cap off the scoring. Carson Cox scoring from Elsner and Donahue, and Alex Elsner scoring again, assisted by Cam Clements. So Cam Clements getting his first point of the season. Goal-wise, for the Beavers, the hat trick by Riley Hansen, I have got him now with 16 on the season. Joey Donahue is really putting on a scoring surge of late. He kind of got off to a slow start this season, but now he's 2 goals again today. And for Joey, he's now up to 12 on the season. And the team leader is Alex Elsner. He got 2 today. And now for the season, I've got him as having 20 this season. And the other goals, J.J. Lehman scored today. And for J.J., I've got that as his first. And then that's it. Carson Cox scored, and that was his first as well. So there you have it. So let's try to put together a 3 stars today as we wrap things up. The number 3 star of the game will come from the Springboro Panthers, and that is Ryan Polcotti. Ryan with 2 goals on the game for the Panthers to keep them in the game through 2 periods. And Chris Shearer played a good game also for the Panthers. He had a goal and an assist. And then the number 2 star of the game, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. I'm going to have a co 2 stars. Number 2 star. The number 2 star is going to get split. Let's see. You got Donahue with 2 goals and an assist. 2 assists. Wow, hang on. Hold your horses. What do you have? Do you have that thing that the multi-color little wheel thing that says "Please stand by"? Pop that in there. Let me think about this. Hang on. Hold it. Hang on. I gotta. I might have to make Ryan Polcotti. I might have to make Ryan an honorable mention. He got the 2 goals. 2 goals for Springboro, but I think instead of splitting up one of the 2 stars, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make Alex Elsner will be, he got 2 goals and 4 assists. So 6 points for Alex. I gotta write this down. I can't tabulate this. So 6 points for Alex. Donahue got 1, 2 goals, 1, 2, 3 assists. So he got 5 points. And then, of course, the hat trick was by Hansen. And Riley got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Okay, I'm set. Okay, we're all set. So Ryan Polcotti for Springboro gets honorable mention. Because he got 2 goals, so he just got the 2 points in the game. No assists. For the Beavers, the number 3 star goes to Joey Donahue. Joey, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Alex Elsner he's the number 2 star of the game. Alex got 2 goals and 4 assists, so 6 points. He's the point leader in the game with 6. The number 1 star, we'll give it to the Cobra. He had the hat trick. He wound up with 3 goals and 2 assists, 5 points, but with the 3 goals, I feel like I'm playing poker. The 3 goals and 2 assists, that's going to trump the 2 goals and 3 assists, okay? That's a full house. The 3 goals, 2 assists, that's a full house. So the number 1 star goes to the Cobra, Riley Hansen. And I'm going to reflect back on, that goal, that power play goal that Hansen got, and it was assisted by Elsner and Donahue. It was the first goal in that second period. It was that power play goal down here. And, that great pass between those 3 of them, that was sharp. That was sharp. I rarely go back and watch any of these games. It's the announcer. I just can't stand the announcer. So I don't watch too much. But I'm gonna go back and watch that play, especially since it was right here beneath us. So you guys probably got good shot of that. So I'll go back and watch that. So okay, so there you have it. 3 stars. Number 3, Elsner. Number 2, Donahue. Number 1, Hansen. Honorable mention, Ryan Polcotti. He got 2 goals for the Panthers. Hard hat. Let's see. What do we want to do for hard hat today? Who's a good hard hat? Let me look up and down the roster real quick. I'm going to give the hard hat to a Panther player. Let's get today. We'll give that to Chris Shearer. He had a good game for Springboro. He was all around the ice. So we'll give it to Chris Shearer today for the hard hat. So, okay. Any further messages? Julie Shivelbein says, "Congrats, Creek. We'll see the team at Christmas gift exchange dinner later this week. Shivelbeins will be hosting the team this year. Can't wait to see everybody." And there you go. So. Again, and Jeff Duford, Jeff says 5 years. That's great. Thanks for checking. That was Sir Lancelot that checked for us. And no, then you guys checked with Greg. Cherie checked with Greg. So next game up, Cherie's got it already posted up in the chat here. That Wednesday, January 4th, 8:30, Kettering Ice Arena against Dayton Stealth JV. And so that'll do it. So speaking for Sir Lancelot, who disappeared. He's gone. So, and for our producer, engineer, Cherie Champagne, executive producer in Absentia, Jeff Duford, who has been in contact with us today. Hi, Jeff. Say hi to Terry for us. My name is Kent Jacobs. Again, the final score as the Beavers win the Mayor's Cup for the 5th year in a row, as they defeat the Springboro Panthers today. Final score 9-4. So until Wednesday the 4th, although wait a minute, we will be with you, we believe, on December 26th for the alumni game.
We got to double check with the coach, see if he wants us to do it.
We're thinking we will do it, but we're not sure.
I'll send out a message on Facebook.
Okay, so Cherie's going to send a message out on Facebook. We might carry the alumni game on the 26th, a day after Christmas. We'll see. But if not, we'll see everybody on Wednesday night, January 4th. So until next time, this is Kent saying Beavers win it 9-4 and win the Mayor's Cup for the 5th year in a row. Until next time, good night, everybody, from the Chiller in Springfield, Ohio.